We've talked about ice cream.
Hot ice cream.
And regular temperature yoghurt, but what if yoghurt was slightly colder? Yochi has turned yoghurt cultures into a cultural phenomena despite running ads like this. It's Cirque du Yo plate. Yochi is part yogurt store, part a blue light disco for a generation too boring for binge drinking. And what was the DJ playing? Stop birds And while they may not drink, they do love a line. Yochi lines look like this, which is a massive shock even to the people in this far queue.
Bro. Look at the queue, bro. What the f... Guys, it's just yogurt. Like, what's going on?
Good question, Russell. It's just yogurt. What is going on?
This is one of the great business stories of Australia. You've got to think of Yochi more as a media company than as a yogurt business. How you get your product is fascinating, in that you've got to do it all yourself. So you don't have to hire anyone to do anything. You just got to go up, do the machine. Then how you pay for it, of course, is by weight. So that is different as well. Then they have seasonality. They have, you know, amazing live experiences. They charge a fortune. No one cares. You sit down at tables. It socialises people. It is an amazing business case study. I adore it.
Sometimes the genius is not in the advertising when it comes to marketing. Sometimes it's in the product and in this case, the process. I mean, what this sort of self-serve, turning the sort of customer into a creator is such a smart idea. Getting them to do the labor and then making the food kind of content. But I think the super cleverness of it all is they're getting you to purchase emotionally, not rationally. It's a bit like Sushi Train. It's the Sushi Train of desserts. So you go in there, you see all this stuff, you're thinking, oh, I really want this. You start loading it on, and you don't find out how much it costs until you weigh it. And very few people go, oh, actually, could I take all this off and put it back on? It is so, the model itself is so clever to make money. Yeah. They mark that up by a huge percentage. It is just yogurt.
Yeah, and the point, it's almost the point of it isn't to eat it, it's to photograph it, right? So you photograph it and then you stick it on your Instagram. So every customer is also media, and so as a result, you know, your cost of marketing is diminished as well. I mean, genuinely, it's an amazing case study.
We kicked a bunch of those kids off the internet though, so they can't share it. The under-16s in that cohort, my friends came to visit Sydney from Tasmania and their children had 3 requests and one of them was to go to Yochi, and I just couldn't understand how they were so excited. But I think it's really interesting because there's so few third spaces. We've taken all of the spaces away that you can spend time in for free or low cost, and especially for young people, whether they not binge drinking or just trying to find somewhere to hang out with their friends, that socialising element is what makes it really interesting and I think important. And their marketing or their content works because the experience is real. So they're not trying to add anything on, they understand their audience. They did a limited run, almost like a Stanley Cup that was a takeaway bowl for your yogurt that could keep it cool and temperature controlled, and that's exactly the kind of thing that this audience is really primed for. So I think connecting with them, understanding how they show up, what is important to them, as well as serving them a product, has given a space to Yochi. I think they've created a real community, which is what most brands set out to do and is very hard in this day and age.
Yeah, they've been really clever in that they've looked and borrowed and learnt from all these brands before that were really popular with teens and young adults, including Boost Juice, Gelato Messina and Starbucks. So from Boost Juice, they learned that teens and tweens will spend a lot of money on a healthy treat, which also ties into little treat culture, which is a phenomenon that's happening at the moment where younger people who can't afford houses or trips to Europe are instead spending money on small indulgences. What they got from Gelato Messina is a location strategy. So you won't really find many Yochis in shopping centre food courts. That's the land of the Donut King. Instead, where Yochi often appears is on high streets in popular food areas. And the reason why they do that is because they want to tap into going out culture. But then what they understood from Starbucks was it's not so much the product that sells. The product quality is really important to create that consistency. But what it is, it's about going in and you're going to a space. But also, they've been really good in setting a consistent tone. So you don't go to Yochi and see people in fistfights. It's interesting, like you have a really long queue, but everyone's in a good mood, everyone's in a good vibe. They set that through what the brand stands for, but also just in this personality of cheer. So everyone who goes in that space all understand what they're signing up for. It's like a kind of like non-verbal agreement, and it's $20 a ticket. You pay for your $20 bowl, and that's your ticket to enjoy something for as long as you want.
I do love your idea of there being a fist fight at.
Yeah, I know.
Just once. I'd just love to see someone, you're cut off, mate, too much yoghurt. Getting punchy, too much hot Nutella, mate, you can't do it anymore. You've had too much, go home. In a world where every brand has their own microdrama, there's one microdrama that we would love to see, so we made our own.
This week on Bird Island, a hot new bird enters the trough.
Oh, we got a tweet!
Oh, she's a good-looking bird.
I heard she got a beak job.
I heard she's got fake giblets. Matt reveals he's got a much younger chick back at his nest.
Oh, she's going to absolutely crack it when she finds out.
Will Jason and Charlotte finally flock?
I've been bloody peacocking for 45 minutes and she hasn't looked over here once. Oh, wait, I think she's drowned.
We all know that I am committed to stopping birds from drowning.
Stop birds drowning.
I am willing to punish all other animals, so we asked our agencies to make fur fashionable again. Here's the first bitch.
We didn't set out to address the ethics of fur. Instead, we approached this brief the way we would any other performance clothing brand.
We focused on the product truth, placing fur where it naturally belongs, outdoors.
Because before humans had invented tech, nature had already engineered it.
For millions of years, nature engineered for the elements. Through rain,
there's something about the way that the sky turned red.
Wind,
you were turning off the lights on your sister's bed.
Fire,
wishing on the clouds on an evening stroll.
Through snow,
there's something about a hurt that a heart can't hold.
Season after season, generation after generation.
Put your head on my heart for the bluebird.
Fur tech, perfected by nature, proven by time.
Well, you've convinced me. Here's our next pitch.
We took the brief very seriously, because at the end of the day, all any of us ever wants is to live a good life and leave a little of ourselves behind.
This is Charlie. Charlie is a mink. This is Edward. Edward is also a mink. Charlie was born in the wild. Edward was born at one of Fur King's state-of-the-art fur farms. Charlie lives outside. Edward lives in a climate-controlled facility. Charlie has been attacked by 3 hawks this week. Edward gets to play with a fuzzy ball thing. Charlie contracted parasites. He has chronic diarrhea. Edward loves his warm bath. Charlie was hit by a semi-trailer. Edward was gently put to sleep by a nice vet. Charlie's remains are being eaten by maggots. Edward is this coat. Edward will be treasured for generations. Fur King fabulous. Dead fabulous.
Well, you've convinced me. Well, what will our panel think? Russell, which one did you prefer?
I'm persuaded by number 2, Will.
Liana?
Oh, they were both great, but I'm also number 2.
Karen?
You know, like when I started watching number 2, I was like, no way. Like if you're talking about the animal, there's no way this is going to work. And then in that period of time, like 30 seconds, completely changed my mind. So number 2.
Todd?
I think it's a good example of execution doesn't beat idea. The first one looked a bit fake to me, like it was made by AI. The second one looked like it was made by a really smart, creative mind. I'm 2.
OK, well, you know what? That means congratulations, Block. We'll have your trophy arrive like this.
That's different.